Now, the move isn't music to everyone's ears. Investors worry Microsoft could lose focus without Gates' leadership. But Gates says he has a new priority, a $38 billion charitable foundation, and his family. Joining us with more on this is Nick Bontis. He is an award-winning lecturer, a business professor at McMaster University, and director for Intellectual Capital Research, a consulting firm which has Microsoft as one of its clients. So let me ask you, is this a sad day, Bill Gates stepping down? Is he really going away, though? For many, it's hard to believe.
I don't think he's really going away. The guy's 52 years old. It's still a few years left before we normally retire, but maybe we'll consider this as a long vacation, not retirement. I think he might come back.
Right. I mean, after all, Microsoft was his baby, right? So how do you just walk away from it?
Well, I mean, the guy lives and breathes this company. It was his first foray, coming out of school. He's been there over 30 years. You just don't walk away from those things too easily. And let's face it, Microsoft right now is in, very, very tough competitive situation, probably more so today than any time in its 33-year history. So although he wants to kind of reinvigorate himself and commit himself to his philanthropic endeavors, the reality is that, Microsoft will always be in the back of his mind.
Yeah, and many people remember him, right, for many of his philanthropic endeavors, for what he did with Microsoft. You've met him.
Yeah, actually.
What's most impressive?
Well, I'll tell you a funny story about how I met him. My wife and I were on vacation in Santorini on a beautiful Greek island in Greece, and we were waiting at the marina to take a taxi to go back to our hotel. And we get into the taxi, and I realize there's a customer in there. So I open the door, and the customer walks out. It's a man with his wife. It turned out to be Bill with his wife Melinda. So of course, he doesn't know who I am. I recognize him, and I just, do my brief, hi, how are you? Great to meet you, blah, 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 blah. He had his beautiful, massive yacht sitting there in the marina. But at least I can say that I shared a butt seat in a taxi cab with Bill Gates.
Okay, well, that's a good little story for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what now? Many people look at the future of the company. He's got his longtime friend and partner, Steve Ballmer, who's stepping in. But is the company going to change much?
I don't think it's going to change that much. I mean, one of the things that I'm a little fearful for is we have a precedent for another technology company that was run by an entrepreneur founder, Steve Jobs, with Apple. And if you recall, Steve Jobs also left Apple. Now, it was different circumstances back then. Apple got off track for many years, and then Steve Jobs had to return to replenish the energy of the organization. So there's the precedent. I'm fearful that the same thing might happen to Microsoft. The reality of the situation is competition is extremely fierce. There's two organizations in particular that we all know, Google and Apple. Google, of course, has absolutely taken online search by storm. In the last few years, they've grown significant in size. And what they're doing is they're putting tremendous pressure on the online software. So this is Office, Word, PowerPoint, Excel. What Google wants to do is they want to offer a browser version of that software. And what Apple is doing on the other side is they're integrating appliances. So you look at music, and you look at movies, and you look at television. So all the different ways that we can use technology together. So you got two very, very large and famous companies both going after Microsoft from two different directions.
Right, and the pace of change in this industry is so fast, so I guess perhaps that lends some credence to your belief that Bill Gates is going to be back, maybe in a few years.
Yeah, probably in a few years. I mean, you're talking about the pace of change. Let me give you an idea of how technology will change. Everybody knows what IP is. It's the address that we give to a computer, and a lot of things now have GPS chips put in them and RFID chips put in them. So you need to have your car sending you an email a few years from now. Imagine your car going, hey, you only got 1/8 the tank of gas left, time to go to the gas station. Imagine waking up in the morning, your fridge telling you, hey, got no more milk left. What are you going to put on your cereal? Or imagine your weight scale giving you an instant message, hey, what are you eating over there? What's coming on the microwave over there? So all these inanimate objects that we interact with on a daily basis, car, fridge, weight scale, our clothes, our financial statements, all these things could potentially also be sending us emails and instant messages. So it's a whole new world of integration of technology, and it's just a matter of time before one of these companies gets it right.
Interesting times. It'll be interesting to see if Bill Gates does return. Nick Bontis with McMaster University. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.